Perfect.
The land of majestic mosques, great shopping, and exotic dances. The city of Istanbul is built on two continents. We are on the European side, looking across the Bosporus at Asia. The Bosporus goes north from Istanbul to the Black Sea. South of Istanbul, the Bosporus meets the Sea of Marmara, that wide expanse of water you see here. This is the only shipping lane between the Mediterranean and the Black Sea.
You can get Tote coffee. $1. Next to that is the Hagia Sophia. And just beyond that is the Blue Mosque. It's the old city. Across we find Suleiman somewhere.
There is the Suleiman Mosque. In the foreground is the Galata Tower, built in the 14th century as a fortification by the Genoese colony.
Downtown Istanbul in the background. And the Marmara. $10 a copy.
We should have come here before Julie's wedding.
Moving north along from the Asian side along the Bosporus. The Bosporus Bridge, beyond that, the Faith Bridge. The longer suspension bridge.
This elegant mosque, with its 6 minarets, was built between 1609 and 1616.
The Blue Mosque.
From the outer courtyard, the mosque is actually known as the Sultan Ahmed Mosque after the founder, Sultan Ahmed I. It is better known as the Blue Mosque because of its magnificent interior paneling of blue and white Iznik tiles.
During Ramadan and other periods when it's very busy. Platform, actually, it's more like choir. 18th century windows.
I'll give you 6 minutes.
Outside of the Blue Mosque. Actually, that's just a wall. Looking across the domes.
Towers used to call the people to worship.
Perfect.
Built by Constantine the Great, the Hagia Sophia was the center of religious life in the Byzantine Empire. After the conquest by the Turks, it served as a mosque for nearly 500 years. Since 1935, it has served as a museum because it represents both religions. The mihrab, or prayer niche, was pointed towards Mecca. The gigantic candlesticks on either side were made in Hungary. This immense dome is 180 feet high and over 100 feet wide. The Hagia Sophia is filled with Byzantine mosaics. The mosaics were covered by the Muslims when the basilica became a mosque. This is the fourth largest basilica in the world.
What century?
This door at the emperor's entrance was built in the 14th century.
Water bottles.
This magnificent mosaic is over the emperor's entrance.
Constantine on the right.
The ancient hippodrome was the scene of chariot races and the center of Byzantine civic life. It was built by the Roman Emperor Severus in the year 203.
Okay, and that's why you can just see today the plain part, the stone part of the obelisk with the whole the body part, which is considered as a body part.
Loves these lectures.
This was the viewing area for the emperors.
This obelisk is 16th century BC.
The obelisk was brought from Egypt by Emperor Theodosius I in the 4th century. The Colossus column was made in the year 940. We hear the call to worship.
The Grand Bazaar. Oh yeah, that's right. There's the Grand Bazaar. Stay away from the carpets.
Also known as the Covered Bazaar or the Kapali Karsi.
Inside the Grand Bazaar.
There are some 5,000 stores spread out in a giant labyrinth of small streets and passages, which are mostly arranged according to their trades, that is, rugs, antiques, gold, silver, leather.
Everybody's got a business.
These bazaars are an adventure unto themselves. These guys are continually delivering coffee, tea, and other drinks to shop owners and customers.
This is the famous carpet shop of Turkey. Yeah, Istanbul.
This maze of buildings was the focal point of the Ottoman Empire between the 15th and 19th centuries. These palace kitchens now serve as galleries exhibiting the imperial collections of crystal, silver, and Chinese porcelain. Beyond the wall is the third court and the magnificent treasury.
Behind her.
The Felicity Gate is the entrance to the third. Behind this gate is the Sultan's audience room.
This is the meeting place for the Sultan. They had all his appointments. You had to wash yourself first.
Actually, the noise from the water running kept people from hearing the conversation. Now we're on our way to visit the harem section.
And you're going to take her place.
The secluded harem section was built in the 16th century.
The harem is closed.
The mosque was erected in the middle of the 16th century under the reign of Sultan Suleiman I. The inner courtyard has 24 antique columns which support 28 domes. The columns of marble and granite were taken from the hippodrome.
They're giving the praying dish, which shows us the direction towards Mecca. And on the right-hand side, you can see the pulpit, which is for preaching, and the mahfel for the mass, for the holidays. And you can see all the people are facing to Mecca while they are praying. Now, there are some interesting and the different things which makes this most important that we can understand it's from the architect Sinan time. First of all, there's a wonderful dome. The feet of the dome is 36 meters, and there's a wonderful acoustic. There's a wonderful acoustic in the building because they placed about 62 terracotta cups like a vases inside of the dome. Okay, they are placed inside. That's why it's absorbing the voice, and there's a wonderful acoustic. Okay, like this. You see, there's a wonderful acoustic to that corner, which is a little bit lower than the balcony of the ladies, which means a big mistake. Okay?
A mistake was made when the women's balcony on the left was built higher than the Sultan's balcony, seen here.
There, by placing the necktie. And another interesting thing, you see this is a kind of hanging wall, because not everybody is carrying
The prayer spaces on the carpets always point towards Mecca. These large globes contain ostrich eggs, but they have no religious meaning. They believe the odor repels spiders. This huge mosque can accommodate some 5,000 worshippers. And here's one now. There is evidence of ancient architecture throughout Istanbul. The bazaar near our hotel in Taksim Square.
Cat lover.
I can't understand why these cats are just hanging around.
The nuts.
Trabzon pistachio, my friend.
Chocolate candy and already peeled for you.
Okay.
At this price, how can you lose? I wonder if I would need this in Bodrum. Obviously
This is
not.
our bed. American Beauty. Really sketches all over. Shit. Towels. Welcome. Oh yeah. This is Halicarnassus, huh?
He is the founder of modern Turkey. He laid the foundation of the Turkish Republic and became its first president.
Done by an Italian.
The sculptor Canoni.
Where are you? Over there? Good. Mosque in the background. This is the other side.
The Declaration of the Republic.
During the peace process in 1923.
This magnificent palace consists of 285 rooms and 43 halls. Barbara discussing plans for the day with our guide. Could that be a look of agreement? This Baroque clock tower, also of the 19th century, is in front of the palace. The Dolmabahce Mosque was constructed in the Baroque and Renaissance style. The interior was decorated using 14 tons of gold and 40 tons of silver. There are 36 magnificent crystal chandeliers.
This mosque, pictures anyhow. Now, okay, there we go.
A night out for a little of the local color.
I see the new section.
The original part of
JFK Jr. honeymooned here.
the part looking to the sea. From 1,000 up to 3,500 a night. So it's like 450 square meters.
Oh, that's a pretty good sized apartment.
Yes.
A new disco, huh?
Yes. But during the night, big.
Yeah. Oh, she's on a boat and she's still standing up.
Now my husband is taking
Our new friend Ibrahim from Iran.
And these cost $1 million. The cheapest, they cost me $500,000, up to 40 million US. And then you buy a house with your husband.
These homes are truly magnificent.
Water.
As you can tell, the heat can be oppressive here in the summer.
And the fish are staying cool. Where'd they go? Goldfish, there they are. Butterfly. Enjoying that. In the background, the Asian portion of section of Istanbul. Population 8 million. Over the horizon, across the Bosporus, is the Marmara. Hey, I guess we can see this place.
Sultan Mehmet II erected this castle in 1452 on the European shore of the Bosporus at its narrowest point. The purpose was to control the strait so that Byzantine Istanbul could not receive aid from the Genoese trading centers at the Crimea during the siege by the Turks.
There she is. I guess she climbed out. Top of the parapet. Woo! Birds flying around. Yeah. You can't walk up. Yeah, but I'm not sure I want to take that over there.
No.
The old and the new.
On the Asiatic shore is the Anadolu Hisari Castle.
There's the spice market.
The enticing aromas of cinnamon, caraway, saffron, mint, thyme, and every other conceivable herb and spice fill the air.
Just one little stick.
And there seem to be hundreds. Another kind of spice.
You like one of these costumes up here? What? These.
The Suleiman Mosque at night. Topkapı Palace. The Blue Mosque with paid advertising. Leander's Tower, or Lighthouse, marks the border between the Bosporus and the Sea of Marmara. Unfortunately, we must end our tour and the breathtaking sightseeing, shopping, and belly dancing